There's this scene in Crime and Punishment that I think is greatly overlooked, where Dostoevsky basically takes one of the most dangerous modern ideas and puts it into a single conversation. It comes from Andrei Semyonovich, and Dostoevsky uses him almost like a caricature of radical utilitarian and progressive thinking of the time. Someone who pushes the idea to its extreme, which is why it comes off as both confident and a little ridiculous in the scene. He says, "What do you mean by more honorable? I don't understand such expressions to describe human activity. More honorable, nobler, all these old-fashioned prejudices which I reject. Everything which is of use to mankind is honorable. I only understand one word, useful." Now, in this line, he brings up a very modern question, which is why we care about outdated ideas like honor, nobility, dignity, or moral beauty. Why not just ask the practical question, is this useful? But Dostoevsky immediately sees the danger in this way of thinking. Once usefulness becomes the only standard, you can justify almost anything. You can dismiss compassion as inefficient, you can dismiss beauty as unnecessary, you can dismiss conscience as sentimental. And eventually you can start treating human beings themselves as tools, as things that only matter if they serve some greater social purpose. That's why this line matters so much in Crime and Punishment. The whole novel is, in a way, a war against that idea. Raskolnikov commits murder partially because he convinces himself it can be justified by some higher usefulness, one worthless sacrifice for many better outcomes. But Dostoevsky's point is that the moment you reduce morality to utility, you have already lost something human, because not everything sacred is useful. Mercy is not always useful, love is not always useful, forgiveness is not always useful. But without them, society may become efficient while becoming spiritually dead. So Dostoevsky is asking a question that still feels painfully modern. When we say something is it useful to whom? And at what cost to the soul?